This week on Everyday Whiskey, we're doing another segment of Guess That Cask.
Turn around, dude. Wrong way.
You put me here. This isn't funny.
There you go.
Alright, we'll try this again. This week on Everyday Whiskey, we're doing another segment of Guess That Cask with West Cork Distillery. Watch the episode to find out if I win or if I have to wear a cockhead next week.
Hi, welcome back to Everyday Whiskey. I'm Mike.
And I'm Dan.
And on this week's episode, as you may have guessed, we're doing another blind taste test challenge. And this is going to be an interesting one. So we're doing nothing but West Cork products. It's going to be an Irish episode as well.
Taking it to Ireland.
Yes.
So West Cork is honestly one of my favorite distilleries, period. Just distilleries, period. But it is my favorite Irish whiskey distillery. The only one I'd say I like a whiskey, like my favorite Irish whiskey is Dingle Batch 3. Dingle Batch 3 to be specific, which we're going to have on an episode at some point. But this is my favorite distillery as a whole just because of their, just like Jefferson's, the last Guess That Cask we did, they're known for their unique blending and unique cask finishes. And since obviously it's Irish whiskey, they're not tied down to, you don't have to start it in bourbon cask and then have to finish something. You can start in sherry cask, you can start it in port cask, you can start it in walnut cask, Mizunera. You can play around wood, so there's a lot more versatility in Irish whiskey, which is part of the reason I love it. But West Cork is actually the largest Irish-owned distillery in all of Ireland. Obviously, Jameson is the largest distillery in Ireland, but it's owned by Pernod Ricard, which is
not Irish.
Which is not Irish, quite French.
Yes, quite indeed.
Oui. But they are Irish-owned. It is owned by John O'Connell, Ger McCarthy, and Dennis McCarthy. They started out in the back of Dennis's small house in Union Hall, and basically they started out with two stills that they bought from a schnapps. It was a schnapps factory. A schnapps distillery in Switzerland.
Yeah.
In Switzerland, and now they have evolved into, like I said, the largest Irish-owned distillery in all of Ireland. And they have, I think it's 8 pot stills, as opposed to their first original 2, which were very small. These are large pot stills, and 2 whole column stills for the bourbon cask that they use.
That's impressive to become the largest Irish-owned distillery in only 17 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So they went from 2003 into a little room to the largest Irish-owned distillery in 17 years.
And the product is second to none. I'm going to try it today. I've had all these products. You've had a couple of them. I've never tried them blindfolded. So that's a whole new experience. But we're going to use the OG, which is the West Cork bourbon cask.
Yep.
That's the everyday bottle. It's like $20-$25.
Yep. Yeah, you can find it.
And then
pretty much $25.
My favorite thing they make, hands down, nothing's close, is the Glengarriff series. So it's the Glengarriff series, the peated chard, and the Glengarriff series, the Bog Oak chard. Bog Oak chard is my favorite by far. And then the last but not least is their 12-year port finish, which is really good. They finish it in Quinta da Bora port cask for 4 to 6 months, which is a super oddball port cask to use.
That is a pretty... Yeah.
We usually...
Then again, I don't know a lot of ports. So.
Yeah, good point. But
I don't know.
Yeah, so I guess let's get into this thing.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Fold up. I'm already pre-poured, ready to go.
Mike knows exactly which order these are in.
I do, and I even wrote it down just in case I forget, which is...
What's on that paper?
Highly likely that I'll forget. And these, just so you know, we're doing this completely genuine. These are just our notes for the products. They are not listed in any particular order. It's not a giveaway for him to cheat.
Yeah, he definitely wants me to lose. That's the whole thing.
This,
because as we said,
is the order.
Yeah, as I said, I have to wear a chicken head next week's entire episode.
Yep.
And I'm betting and I think we're doing a certain very long episode. So.
Yes, so you're gonna have a nice chicken head. Yep. Hopefully, maybe.
Actually, I really don't want to have to wear a chicken head for the Buffalo Trace episode.
All right, so maybe not next week's episode, but you're gonna have to wear a chicken head.
No, I'll wear a chicken head next week's episode. We'll just have to figure out something that.
We'll just not do Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we're getting off on a tangent.
Yeah.
So I will hand you the glass unless you feel like you could.
This is a water glass, right?
That's water. Yes,
right.
You can get that one right. That's a freebie.
So this is the first one.
All right. So while he tastes these, I'm gonna give you a little.
I didn't think this through.
Well, just fucking. There you go. Whoa, yeah. This does not look good. This looks like the KKK. We gotta pull that down. We're not doing that.
Wait,
okay.
Can I waterboard myself?
You might be able to. No, you cannot waterboard yourself.
Alright, we gotta redo this thing.
Uh,
Shit.
anyway, when he gets situated, I'm going to talk about some of the casks that we have for
Yeah, you start
tasting
talking about
today
whiskeys today.
before he drowns himself and or we get banned for hate crimes.
I was a hate crime on myself. No, not hate crime. It was a torture technique on myself.
Yeah. So, as we mentioned before, we have one of the Glengarriffs, which is this guy right here. This is the peat charred cask matured.
How did I not think that through?
And yeah, I don't know why you didn't do that from the get-go, but that's okay.
This is not KKK-ish?
Yeah, that's better. So,
Okay.
the peat charred is 43% alcohol. Pretty, that's actually pretty high. I mean, that's a bit more, that's a little more than 90 proof, so, you know, that's a good one. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know why I thought that'd be more interesting, but I just kind of went off on a thing. It's triple distilled and matured in sherry casks. So sherry is like port's counterpart. It's a little sweeter, and it's another very popular cask finish. Cask blend.
I got number one.
He thinks he's got number one.
Give me a little water.
To the left. There you go. Okay. After it's finished in sherry cask, or after it's matured in sherry cask, it's then finished in peat charred cask for 4 to 6 months. And peat is harvested from local boglands of the Glengarriff region. What does aging in peat do? As we all know, that is what you get that smoky and oaky essence from. More particular, the smoke, which is what I like. So, the peat char is actually going to resemble more of like a Scotch.
The peat char doesn't have like a Scotch nose though. It's just got this. It's got the peatiness in the palate. It's actually got almost like a. It's got a sherry nose on it because they use sherry casks.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. You're basically getting like a peated Scotch,
it's like funky,
but in an Irish whiskey. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Next we have the bourbon cask, and again I'm not reading these in the order he's tasting them. I made sure of that. The bourbon cask, as Dan mentioned, that's kind of their entry level. That's their go-to. You can find it anywhere between $20 to $25. Maybe if you're really getting railed by your local store because they're really small, even more expensive. Okay. But very rarely
that's undeniable. Which one
$30. So the bourbon cask, pretty typical, 40% ABV, delicate blend at 75% grain, 25% malt, and it is obviously it's matured in bourbon casks. Do we know which bourbon casks or where they?
They don't have to specify.
They don't specify.
All right, so should I repeat what I said about the first fill shit?
That pretty much made it all the way through, I think. Anyway, welcome back. We kind of had some technical difficulties. I don't know what just happened, but we're gonna splice everything together.
Right,
anyway,
so I've tried all four. I'm gonna hit them all four again.
Yeah, do it again.
Solidify what I think this is.
It's alright, because I kind of screwed up. I thought when you started explaining the first fill of the port, I thought you were like trying to do a really smooth transition, be like, oh, and this was the first one, and.
No.
Like, wait, what?
No. Well, the one that I think that is, it wasn't the one I was trying.
Okay.
I think I know. I think I got it actually.
Anyway, back to the port cask finish. That is a 12-year aged port cask finish.
I didn't even have to try that one. That one is ultra peaty.
43% ABV. It is a single malt Irish whiskey, and it's matured first fill bourbon barrels, as Dan mentioned, and it's finished in Quinta di Bora. Yeah, that's a really complex way of spelling Bora, but whatever. Quinta di Bora.
As Vin Diesel says, Bora.
Yeah. The port casks, non-chill filtered, and there's no added colors, which is, pretty standard. Not a lot of stuff has added.
Like I said, it's more popular in Scotch to add some food coloring or add some dye to it. Like Balmore.
Balmore, yeah.
Does a lot of that. They make really good Scotch, but they're known for adding the dye in.
Okay.
To change the color to get that darker, richer, like amber, so it looks like it's been further aged than it is. Which it's still good quality stuff. Some purists though kind of frown upon it.
Okay.
All right, I got it.
So do you want me to arrange these in a way that you'll know which is which?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Here's the water class. So this one is the 12-year. This one is the bog oak. This one's a peated char. This one's a bourbon cask.
Are you locking in with that?
Oh, yeah.
Locking in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're wrong.
What What the
Well, you were close.
What? So, all right, so I definitely messed up the
you messed up those two.
Really? This is a 12-year?
That's 12 years.
And this is the bourbon?
And that's bourbon.
So the bourbon tasted way better.
Yeah.
It had this weird sweetness to it. Remember I said before we started filming about the odd sweetness in the port?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so you messed up those two. That was a pretty good shot, though. I knew you would get the middle, too. Because, like you said, the peat and the bog, two totally different things. You could just take the blindfold off now.
I know, but this is fine. Okay. No, that's...
I mean, I was pretty impressed. Like, you were confident on him, though.
No, because, like, this is,
I've
like...
ever been.
Here, try this and tell me which one you think tastes like the $70 bottle. Chicken head it is.
Oh, wow, that is good.
Yeah, the $20 bottle. Why is that so sweet?
Hold on. Apple.
And, like, you just smell this one. And you know which one that is.
Oh! Oh my god, actually, hold on. No, that smells pretty good.
And then watch. That smells like peat, and then that
bacon.
smells like a freaking bog. That smells like salt.
Yeah, that smells like bacon.
So these two I didn't even have to try. I just tried them because I wanted to drink them because I like them.
Yeah.
But that's fucked.
I probably would have switched them around, too.
Yeah. So none of us have ever won this.
No.
No. In an episode we actually used.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would have switched those around.
I'm pretty bitter right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bitter.
That's really interesting. I definitely would have guessed the opposite for both of them. I want to try this peat one. I don't think I've ever had the peat
Yeah,
one.
peat one's really good.
Actually, is this the peat? Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah.
Do you want any, babe?
I got chickpea pasta in like my back crevices.
This is still filming.
Okay. I know.
I mean, wow. Even that one's sweet. The peat. Interesting. I definitely would have picked that for the peat, though.
Well, the peat's easy. You can smell it.
I like
this
that
one
a
tastes.
lot.
They both taste like Scotch.
Yeah.
This tastes like Talisker. This tastes like Ardbeg.
You know what's funny? I would almost recommend anyone who wants to get into Scotch to actually not even start with Scotch and start with one of these.
Well, yeah, like if you like I said,
Probably
if you
that.
want to know like what a dumbed down Ardbeg tastes like the West Cork Glengarriff peated chard,
Yeah.
and then honestly like a Talisker 10 or like any like said like that would be like the West Cork bog oak just like because of salt, just because of the actual wood they get out of the bog.
Very close.
And then like I said, this is what like their traditional one looks like. And then the 12-year, this is not the bottle it's in anymore. This is an older bottle, but
And that is actually very good, that 12-year.
12-year is really good, but like I actually like the one that I gravitated as the more pricey bottle was the $20 one, which is the funny part.
I'm just saying, for when would you say the price point on that? 70?
It should be around 70. I don't know. I don't carry it at my location, so I don't know. But this is 70.
I would definitely pay that money.
This is like 40 to 45. This is the same thing, and then this is literally 20, 25 bucks.
I would pay the 70 for that. Is an excellent bottle.
Yeah, I just don't know why I flipped it, but whatever.
You did.
I guess that's what happens when you take your eyes out of the equation.
Yeah.
I don't know. But my failure will wrap this episode up.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember, please do us a big favor. We want you to like, comment, and subscribe below. And
Please do
more
that.
importantly than anything, definitely subscribe and share this video with your family and friends or anyone you know who likes whiskey.
And next week, tune in to watch me wear a cockhead.
Yes, a giant cockhead.
Everybody
And by
have a
that,
great
we mean
week.
chicken.